Hello and welcome to another muscle group focus workout. So the first one we did was called 10-minute legs, and this is going to be 10-minute push. We're going to work all the muscle groups that you use to push things away from your body. So push-ups, chest fly, tricep extension. So all the muscles that you'll use mainly are going to be shoulder muscles, chest muscles, and triceps. So we have 9 exercises again. We're gonna go 40 seconds on, 20 seconds to kind of get you a little stretch or switch to the next exercise. That being said, 40 seconds might be a long time for you to do push-ups. So maybe you do as many as you can, and then you wait until the next thing. So you might be 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds rest. Totally fine. Do what you can. And I'll just be going through this circuit one time, but you can replay this 2-3 times, or just get one and done and join us for stretches at the end. So we're gonna get started in our push-up. Hopefully you're a little warmed up. Maybe you wait to get started and do a little warm up first, but we're gonna get started right in push-ups. So normal grip push-ups, maybe if you're on a yoga mat, a mat about mat width, and always in plank form, always in every exercise, I want you to stabilize the spine, so engage the core first. So I always take a big breath in, kind of let the belly hang, and then exhale, draw everything up and in, and then walk the knees back, maybe come up to the toes, and we go in 3, 2, and 1, 40 seconds. Try not to do the little head bob where we're pecking the ground. Not good for our neck. I just did a bad one there to show you. I want you to try to keep that neck and spine long the whole time. Another option for push-ups is to take it elevated. So that might mean up on the couch cushion, might mean the coffee table or the counter. Almost there, you have 10 seconds. Exhale on the push up. 3, 2, and 1. Good, so you get 20 seconds. Maybe wiggle out. Circle out the shoulders. Second one, out of 3 down on the mat here are tricep taps. So I'm gonna do it in an all fours, extended all fours position. You can make this into a kneeling plank or a full plank, whatever strength you have in that core and tricep. So again, draw on the core, wrap those triceps back, and tap. Tap down and lift. Make sure we're trying to kind of separate the shoulder blades the whole time, down and away from each other. That engages this under part of your arm. So again, if you have the strength in the core, maybe you walk the knees back or even come up to the tiptoes. Trying to keep the hips what's hinging, and the elbows obviously, not the spine rounding and arching. 3, 2, and 1. Little rest. Okay, one more down here. We have narrow push-ups. So instead of our original wider set push-ups with the elbows angled back a little bit, I want you to wrap them back kind of like a chaturanga. Again, elevated knees or toes. Find your level that works for you. Draw on that core, and no pecking the floor. These are a little bit harder because you don't get the same full muscle work of the chest, a little more shoulders and tricep. Remember, you exhale during that harder part, way on the bottom, and when you're coming up. Last one, and rest. And maybe stretch back in child's pose for a moment, and then grab weights that you have. I have 8s, you can do 5, 8, 15, hey, you got it. We have our chest fly first. So I want you to come on down, and weights up, they meet right above that chest. Then you're gonna open up like you're gonna give somebody a big hug. Little bend in the elbows, and then weights come back together. Elbows just tap the floor, they don't necessarily rest. You have 3, 2, and 1. Bring those weights down and down. Take a little moment. You stay on your back here for 2 more exercises. We have the next one, tricep extension. Some people call them skull crushers because you tap or aim right at your forehead, but don't actually bonk yourself. Bring those weights up. Weights pressed together are going to be a little bit more stable than separated. Bring those weights down and extend. One thing about stabilizing the upper arm is done with muscles that are connected to that upper arm, shoulder blades. So try to keep those elbows pointed straight to the ceiling. And the only thing that gets to move is lower arm. You should feel like you're trying to kind of separate your shoulder blades, get your weights as high to the ceiling as you can. And rest there, bring the elbows down and weights down. Okay, last one, a little bit different variation of what you just did. You keep the tiny bend in your elbows the whole time, and now you're moving at the shoulder joint. So you bring those weights back up again, little bend in the elbows. A big part of this, separate the shoulder blades again. You tap the weights behind your head this time and lift straight up. If you feel this in the top of the shoulders, we're not supporting our shoulder joint enough. So make sure you feel stable in that. Another thing that wants to happen is your ribs pop, meaning you let go of your core. Exhale, drop that in, draw that in. If this doesn't feel good to the shoulders, if it's not working, just stick with the skull crushers one more time. Almost there, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Roll on up, shake it out. We have 3 more. We're gonna come into standing for that. Again, we get a few more triceps. So bent over tricep is first. So I want you to get in that strong hinge position. Little bend in the knees, push the hips back, elbows into your sides, and extend those arms back. In your hinge position, I want your belly button to more so be in line with the knees, not the hips to be in line with the knees. Make sure you bend and hips are pushed back. Draw that core in. This time, shoulder blades are kind of pulled together and down. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. We have 2 more. Shoulder press and overhead tricep. For shoulder press, you need to find the right angle that feels good to you, to your body. Sometimes way back here doesn't feel good to people's shoulders, so find somewhere where you feel strong and not any pinching in the shoulders. Here we go, lift it up. Maybe a little angle forward and press. When weights get overhead, our ribs want to pop and flare to get those weights straight up. What I want you to do is draw that core back in, stabilize your spine. Three, 2, and 1. Let those weights down again. Last one is overhead. So maybe you grab one of your weights a little lighter, less muscles helping you than the shoulder press. So if you're really fatigued with the weight you had for shoulder press, maybe you drop them a little bit for the overhead triceps, but we'll try it. So again, once those weights are up, push them together, can interlock the fingers maybe, elbows tucked, ribs pulled in, and extend. find your breath with this movement. Exhale during the up. 3, 2, and 1. Bring those weights up. Get them off to the side. And we can either restart that video 2 or 3 times, or if you are ready for stretches, ready to be done, I want you to come on down to your mat. Comfortable position, cross-legged, however feels best to you. And then we're gonna take our hands back behind us. Fingertips can kind of point straight back, a little bit off to the side, whatever feels good. First thing is big breath in, lift the chest, pulling the shoulder blades together and kind of rolling the shoulders out. You'll feel more in the chest. And then if you kind of keep that same chest position, but roll your shoulders slightly forward, you'll feel it more maybe into the neck and into the front of the shoulders. Bring those hands to the front of the knees, a little stretch in the neck and top of the shoulder blades, a little tuck in the tailbone, lean back. Again, add the neck to it, leaning side to side. One more chest stretch. So again, you can do where the hands are on the ground, or you can find fingertips behind your back and try to press those arms straight. Feel the difference again between chest press out, roll, shoulders out, external rotation, or maybe you try to kind of roll them in. Internal rotation feels a different stretch than when we roll them out. Next, finding a little twist, right hand to left knee. Inhale, length, exhale, twist. One more, other side. Last one, my favorite tricep and shoulder stretch is called puppy pose. So what I'm gonna have you do is find child's pose first. Maybe knees a little wider than your body, and reaching the arms out first. That might just feel good. And then puppy pose is actually hips a little bit higher. So puppy pose meaning maybe a little down dog. It's kind of like from your knees, down dog. Take a big breath in, exhale, draw the core in. And then if you want more triceps, people call this praying puppy. So you bring it to the elbows and hands together. And bending at the elbows. Hands behind your head. Stay there as long as you wish. If you're ready to move on with your rest of your day, roll on up nice and slow. And thank you all so much for coming and joining in your push circuit.